Hey guys, it's Faye from Face World. If you know me, you know that I tested a lot of different AI tools. Today, I want to show you something that's a little different. It helps you place and answer phone calls, and it uses your real phone number. And that makes a big difference. That means no chatbot, no business line, and there's no awkward press one to talk to a robot. And yes, I did ask Mitra to place a real phone call for me. Mitra is an AI phone assistant built for individuals, creators, and small businesses like ours. Not necessarily for enterprises. That's really important because instead of giving you a completely different phone number, you can use your existing phone number. So that means when family or friends or clients call you, they recognize that number. What happens when somebody tries to call you? Mitra will handle the conversation and send a text summary back to you. I'm going to show you what the setup looks like. Currently, Mitra works on iOS. To find that app is pretty simple. I download it and set it up. Let's take a look at a real call example. When you set up Mitra, it allows you to basically decide when Mitra needs to step in and when it shouldn't. Okay, I've asked my partner to test it out with me. I'm going to place a real call and you can hear the conversation between my partner and Mitra in real time.
Hi, Adam. It's Faye Wu's assistant. How have you been? Faye wanted to chat AI updates for a few minutes. Have you been playing with any of the newer models lately?
When you say newer, I mean not in the last few days. I mostly use Opus 4.5 in Claude Code. I also use a bunch of the 5.2s in Cursor.
Yeah, that's a great baseline. The big shift lately is less about raw IQ jumps and more about reliability in real work, especially coding agents that can plan, run tests, and iterate without falling apart. With Opus and Claude Code, have you noticed it getting better at doing multi-step refactors without you babysitting every file?
No.
Fair. A lot of people are seeing the ceiling there too. One thing that has changed is how people are using tools like Cursor and Claude Code, where you treat the model more like a code reviewer plus a task runner, and you keep the scope really tight. In Cursor, the newer flows are basically small tickets: run, test, fix, repeat, instead of big sweeping changes. In your setup with Cursor, are you mostly using it for autocomplete, or are you having it take whole tickets end to end?
Neither. I basically use Claude Code and I only use Cursor once a week or so or every few days to do a code review, and then I push the prompts back into Cursor to actually make the changes.
Got it. So Claude Code is the thinking and Cursor is the hands-on keyboard. One real update there is models have gotten a bit better at staying consistent with an existing style and test, but the bigger win is workflow. People are doing a two-pass loop. First pass is a tight spec plus acceptance test. Second pass is just diffs and verification, almost like a mini pull request process. When you do that Claude to Cursor handoff, what's usually the failure mode that costs you the most time?
It's Claude Code. It's insanely productive, but at the same time, it makes like 3 to 5 major mistakes every hour.
Yeah, that tracks. It's like having a super fast junior dev who's also weirdly confident. Are the mistakes mostly misunderstanding the spec, breaking something subtle, or just editing the wrong files and making a mess?
There are dozens of them in dozens of categories. I have a whole system for tracking them, but it's more than I could summarize.
We can end the call too.
Totally fair. If you've got a
I actually have to
system,
run,
you're
but
already living.
thanks for calling.
Absolutely. Thanks, Adam. I'll let Faye know, and we can pick it up another time.
Okay,
Have a
thanks.
good one.
Under the hood, Mitra uses advanced AI models that adapt the conversation depending on the situation. What makes it really powerful is that it can handle context. It remembers past calls, the people it talks to, and the relationship over time, while it always prioritizes your instructions. You've seen how Mitra places calls. Now I want to show you how it answers the calls as well. That's why I don't think of Mitra as a receptionist, rather an AI agent or AI employee that can actually manage people over the phone. So let's take a look.
So in order for Mitra to answer calls, we're going to show you settings. So first, you're going to click on the gear button, lower right-hand corner. And then here, you're going to scroll up a little bit and then go to calls. All right, let's take a closer look at call answering. So tap on call answering here. You can choose to have Mitra answer all your calls or just missed calls. So tap on the first one, click on continue, call this number. When it's done, click on dismiss. So that's how I choose to answer all calls. If you want to choose just answer missed calls only, same thing. Last but not least, you need to turn off live voicemail. Go into settings, live voicemail over here, and make sure that is turned off. If it's turned on, make sure you turn it off. which means I am going to use my mom's phone, this one in green, to call my phone, this one in blue. And I'm going to put it on speaker so we can see what happens.
Hello, thanks for calling. Who's this?
Yeah, this is Julia, and I am just calling Faye to ask a few questions.
Hi, Julia. What kind of questions did you have for Faye?
Yeah, I really like her Zoom and Zoom webinar information and tutorials on YouTube. Can I ask a quick Zoom related question?
Yeah, totally. What's the Zoom question?
So what happened is, recently I set the Zoom recording to recording on my local computer, but I couldn't really find it. So I was wondering how to find it on my local machine.
Yeah, that's a super common one. On Zoom, local recordings usually save into a folder called Zoom Inside Your Documents folder, and then it's sorted by meeting date and title. Are you on a Mac or on Windows?
I'm on Mac.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
I'm
Were you
on
on
Mac,
or on a
Mac
Windows PC?
desktop.
On at Mac, check your Finder, then go to Documents, then the Zoom folder. You should see a folder for each meeting, and inside there will usually be an MP4 video and an M4A audio file. Do you remember if you chose record on this computer or record to the cloud?
I recorded to the computer. Okay, thank you. That I found the file just now. Actually, your answers have been great. I gotta run, but thank you so much. Feel free to send a summary to Faye and please thank her for the valuable information that she's been writing online.
Absolutely. I'll pass that along to Faye. Thanks for calling, Julia, and good luck growing Blackstone River CrossFit.
Thank you so much. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Last but not least, let's take a look at the call summary. And it says, Julia called from this number. She likes your Zoom and Zoom webinar content, and she has some questions. So if you run a small business and you're trying to capture leads or find out what people are calling you about, this is great.
So what I think it's unique about Mitra is when most bots will fall apart, Mitra actually sounds like human. It sounds natural and it understands when to clarify. But what if the call doesn't go perfectly? That's the point. Mitra isn't perfect. And it doesn't pretend that AI is flawless. It's about how it handles real people. And I want to keep these videos as realistic, as authentic as possible to show you my real world experience. By the way, I did have the chance to connect directly with the creator and the founder of Mitra. His name is Sai, and we had a lovely conversation. Mitra is intelligent when it comes to making decisions. Should it text you? Should it have a separate follow-up call? Or should it look up some information first before calling you back? And that's what people mean when they say agentic AI. Who exactly is Mitra for? I've been thinking a lot about this and the scenarios that I stand by. Business owners and executives who are juggling with a lot of conversations. Real estate and insurance professionals, perhaps. Families supporting aging parents. So Sai sharing an example. He is the tech support for his mom, just like I am. And when she tried to call him, it was in a meeting. And Mitra was able to look up instructions related to iPhone or iPad and help his mom. He also shared another real-life example that Mitra tried to call up a hardware store during the family emergencies so that the store can actually track down and be able to put him on the call. That is not a gimmick. That is real-world usefulness. Here's another underrated feature. Mitra can actually help remove your phone number from spam lists. Comparing Mitra with competitors, Mitra makes and answers calls, and most competitors only do one of them. And most of the other apps and services I looked up will require a separate phone number. For me, I'm going to keep testing Mitra in real-world examples. If you're curious to check it out, I've included a link in the description. If you want more AI tools explained without the hype, you're in the right place. I hope you choose to subscribe now for more practical AI and share this video with a friend or colleague. I'm going to see you next time.